Meet Marcus. He was a marketing executive earning around $220,000 a year. He was a smart, strategic guy, a team player. But when he looked at his peers in his network, he realized that many with similar experience were earning anywhere from $250,000 to $300,000 a year. Now, Marcus's resume had great content, but it just wasn't optimized for impact. Within just a few weeks and 3 key tips, plus a bonus tip that I'll share with you in a moment, Marcus went from making $220,000 a year to making $264,000 per year. That's a $44,000 jump. And it all started with these 3 resume tweaks that I'm going to walk you through today. The first big fix: turn vague responsibilities into hard numbers, into metrics. Don't say, I led social media campaigns. Say, I led a $3 million social media campaign, which directly resulted in $9 million of new revenue. That is impact. And according to Resume Now, in their 2025 resume trends, if you include these economic parameters, these hard numbers, it can increase your interview chances by up to 50%. Fix number 2, make sure your resume actually gets read. Now, if you're applying for jobs online, which I don't actually recommend at all, right? And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. That's the bonus tip. But if you're applying for jobs online, first of all, you need to make sure that it's going to get through the applicant tracking systems, the ATS. 85% of large companies use applicant tracking systems, and they screen specifically for certain things. If you don't get through the applicant tracking systems, a human is never even going to read your resume. Now, even when a human does read your resume, you need to make sure they actually read it and take note of what you're saying, because when they're reading your resume, they only spend 6 seconds reviewing your resume. If it's 5 pages long, you need to make sure that that 6-second counts. How do you do that? Make sure the content is very clear, even boring. Boring resumes are good. You don't want fancy graphics. You don't want tables, because applicant tracking systems can't read them, and people are going to get distracted and not look at the data that you actually want them to look at. So clean, concise, straightforward layout, even boring, that is what you're aiming for with your resume. Next, if you do have a job description on hand, you want to be matching up what is said in the job description to what you're saying in your resume. Keyword matching is very important, but not just keyword matching, sentiment matching. What is it in the job description, or the thing that the company is looking for in that person? What problems are they looking to solve? What opportunities are they looking to exploit? You want to match that sentiment in your resume so that when the person reads it, they clearly see, oh, this person might be a right fit for what I'm looking for. And finally, don't misunderstand what a resume is actually for. A resume is not just a list of all your accomplishments throughout the past 10, 20, 30 years. What your resume actually is a marketing document. And what it's supposed to do is specifically position you for the type of role you want to get. That's what Marcus did, made his resume very clear. His positioning in the marketplace was very clear. And that's one of the things that made all the difference. Now, fix number 3 is highlight high income skills. Think about all the things that you've done in your career. There's probably 60% of them are not the things that people actually hire you for, but the 40% or even 20% of things that you've done which are strategic, the things that you've done in your career that actually drive results. That's what people care about. So focus on the high income, high value skills in your resume, because that's what people are going to hire you for. Because if you're a senior VP, they already know that you can hire people. They already know that you can manage a team. They don't care about that. They care about the high value skills. And that is what's going to help you get past those first stages and get to actually speak to somebody, get to the interview stage and get those offers that you want. And that's what Marcus did, and just focused on the high value, high income skills that he did have. Now, the thing about Marcus, and here's the bonus tip that I promised you, is once he had this fantastic resume and it was aligned with what he knew he could do, he didn't just go online and use the spray and pray approach. He went and strategically considered what type of companies he wanted to work at. That is how you have success in the job market these days. Now, if those 3 tweaks and that bonus tweak sounds simple, but you're just not sure how to apply them in your individual case, well, we've got you covered. Here at The Ambitious Exec, we help executives and directors and VPs and other senior professionals just like you to rewrite their resume and redo their market positioning and talk to the right people at the right organizations at the right time to secure the interviews and offers that you're interested in. So if you'd like to talk more with us about how you might do that, you can book a call to speak with one of the senior career advisors on my team, and we can map out the pathway to your next 30, 40, 50K salary increase, doing it on your terms. I'm James Whitaker, and I wish you the best of luck with your resume and the rest of your career journey.